And we're back for game number 2, and damn, they were fast. Like, I barely had any opportunity to change something, update the score, do something in the background. I didn't even have a sip of my tea. And that being said, my name is HeflaTV. Coming with me is Grannis. We are here in the Join Dota League Season 3 Division 1 Europe. TCN, the remaining team, versus Goomba Gaming, and it looked for about 15 minutes like TCN got this. Easy peasy for them, just group up and go. But for some reason, it had a very sudden turn, and it never really recuperated from that point on. Goomba Gaming with some nice plays, overall better trades, a Roshan, and that last team fight making it a complete team wipe for TCN, and TCN said like, hey guys, this is over. At least Arise was calling it and directly leaving after he had enough of this fight. Either way, that's it. Goomba one game ahead, but TCN, they have the chance to strike back, so let's see if they make it happen with another draft, or maybe even with the same and just better execution.
Yeah, honestly, I think one of the biggest components of the draft from Goomba Gaming that won them that game was the Elder Titan. Although it had a shaky start, that's kind of expected from the Elder Titan, and he was still able to get his levels as well as his farm. He got the mechanism up at a decent time on top of that. It just made everybody hit so darn hard, with the minus armor from Venge as well as the bonus damage, and then the amplified magic damage from the Skywrath Mage. So, I don't know, I think the draft of Goomba Gaming wasn't really designed to win the lanes that hard, except the tri-lane. But then again, they were able to come back and get game 1. Seton start out with a different opener altogether. Centaur Warren and Shadow Demon, already some pretty good synergy coming out from those two. Although defensive disruptions can kind of bite you in the butt later on, with Skywrath Mage dropping a Mystic Flare on top of you when you come out of those. So it can be a bit of a double-edged sword later on. But with a disruption into Hoof Stomp, Soul Catcher with the double edge on top of that, that's pretty much a dead hero if you can catch somebody out alone. And then, as for Goomba Gaming, Skywrath Mage and Brewmaster are their first 2 picks.
Yep, I liked your metaphor being used there. Like, it could be a double-edged sword, and that just while talking about a center with a double-edged blade. So yeah, but you're absolutely right. Like, the combo is pretty much insane. On 4 points, it's a 400 damage value, and of course the Soul Catcher makes that even a bit more. Plus minus, of course, the resistance and this is something, to be honest, I think that worked out quite well. Like, at the start it looked so, oh yeah, that Elder Titan, he's not really useful. I mean, but I was so wrong. Like, he made it really happen, and in the end the Astral Spirit was always around, with using that base armor and the magic resist, and then overall the Skywrath Mage was hitting as like a truck, and that only with the stuff of wizardry. That was pretty much the only thing he had to boost his like int value on the hero, and wow, like, it just did so much damage. That's how much it hurts when you have no resistance whatsoever. And I don't even want to talk about the Vengeful Spirit. Like, a Vengeful Spirit only armored with a Yasha at that point. He was doing right clicks for, I don't know, it felt like 200, 250 damage without any armor against it, because it was a level 4 wave, plus the base armor is reduced by the Elder Titan as well. He was just hitting like it's a level 1 Wisp. That was just crazy.
Absolutely. And while the Elder Titan not going to be available for Goomba Gaming, this game is banned out by Seton, and I think it's definitely worthwhile. With Brewmaster and Skywrath Mage already on the pitch, they could have a very similar draft to game 1 with that pickup. And, well, Seton, go ahead and back off, pick up themselves the Invoker, and I like this pick quite a bit. With the Shadow Demon, it also gives them more pick-up potential with the Centaur Warner. Dropping Sunstrikes into the Disruption is a great setup for that. And also, Seton are very comfortable with playing the Invoker. I've seen them play it quite a bit to great success.
Yep, absolutely. And, well, Invoker, Shadow Demon, nice synergy. Center, Shadow Demon, nice synergy, of course. But on the other side, like, we have to actually talk what Goomba is coming up with. I mean, the Brewmaster, regardless of the outcome of the game, I still think the Brewmaster came too late into the game. Because I think those, I don't know, at some point they were, what, like 7 kills behind? Or even more? But the Brewmaster just didn't leave the lane. Like, he was determined to stay in that lane, get higher level, and get that Blink Dagger done. But I still think he would have had even a higher GPM just by having a TP scroll and going into some fights. Especially like when we saw the, if you remember, for example, Quicks getting that double kill, Skywrath Mage and Elder Titan, where he dove the tower and then just TP'd directly, even while having the tower aggro on him out of it. Like, really cool and absolutely, yeah, undisturbed I think the Brewmaster could have made a difference there, but it worked out all for them, so who am I to criticize it? It doesn't really matter. They won the game. Let's see if the Brewmaster is going to change his approach, or if he's doing pretty much the same.
Yeah. And well, Signals go ahead and pick themselves up a Leshrac. Now, I love this pick coming out from them. I think one of the biggest problems that I have with Shadow Demon is that as a standalone hero, he can't really do much, but if you have killing potential in each of the lanes with the setup coming out from Disruption, he can be absolutely pivotal, and each of the 3 other heroes have something to contribute after the Disruption comes out, and I think anywhere that these 2 rotate to, they'll be able to get a kill, almost for sure, if they execute properly. Also, more pushing power coming up from the Leshrac, as well as the Invoker and his Forge Spirits and presumably Necronomicon. So, I don't know, Signals, I think they have a really solid draft, although Goomba Gaming also have some pretty good heroes, although I'm not seeing as much synergy between them as of now.
Yep, absolutely. So, the only thing I'm pretty afraid is that, like, if I look at all the synergies, I think it's a bit too Shadow Demon centered on TCN's side, because we have at the moment 3 heroes that look to do something as a follow-up after Disruption. I think that's a bit too much. I would rather see something else. But then again, we have a Centaur Warrener, and once he got a Blink Dagger, then also he could find like a nice little couple by the Leshrac, being a follow-up, like Hoof Stomp into Split Earth, or the other way around if the Leshrac is fishing for it. But yeah, and then it would be quite nice, because a Lightning build would be additional slow. We have the Magical Burst with the Double Edge, might work out, and TCN. 5th pick, they're going tanky. So far, both teams, like even in both games, they don't want to push. They don't want to play along the current meta, like Death Prophet being banned out. But the funny part is even now, look, Rasta being completely ignored, like all the pushers. No Nature's Prophet banned, no Death Prophet, Pugna, okay, that's something not many teams ban out, but still, if you fear the push, you ban him as well. But both teams, they're well aware of the fact that they want to fight. I mean, I like this approach. It reminds me of early 2014, but it's so unusual for us. We cast so many games a day, hundreds of games per month, and this is so, yeah, refreshing.
Yeah, I think that was exactly the word that I would have used to describe it. Lots of action, lots of small skirmishes across the map. Pretty fun to watch. Juggernaut is a pickup from Goomba Gaming. I have no idea what they're doing with this pick, to be honest. Juggernaut, you usually see him picked up for his healing ward, which is great and all. It adds to a lot of the push, but none of the other heroes really need that sustain while pushing, and it's not really going to be that strong, I feel. It'll be nice for sure, but I think more than anything, this is going to be just Blade Fury early on with the Scarlet Mage Slow as well as the Earthshaker Fissure to try to get some kills in lane. And then later on, just going to have a nice early mid-game carry.
Yep, absolutely. And I wonder what they go for, like on the other one. I mean, so far, I was kind of surprised by the Vengeful, for example, being there the core. I mean, it was the logical conclusion after we saw the draft. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like I was completely like astonished by the draft, but it was, of course, an alternative approach to the entire thing. Now we have the Brewmaster, the Juggernaut, in an unknown role so far, and let's see what the 5th one is. It is a Weaver, yes. That's exactly what I was wondering. Is there another core comma and something a bit more greedy? So what do you think? Who's gonna be that offlane? Is that a Juggernaut in a Earthshaker Scarab Mage combo? Meaning we have a stun, we have a slow, and then of course spin to win by the Juggernaut, and the Weaver is gonna do all that funsies in the offlane? Or you might wanna swap that even.
I would like to see aggressive tri-lane solo safe lane Weaver. But then again, they could also just have the Weaver be in the off lane. He could be killed for sure up against a Shadow Demon Leshrac Viper lane, if that is the choice, so we'll have to see, especially with a Sunstrike on top. Off-lane Weaver, very squishy. But that said, I'll go ahead and start us off by introducing Team Signals on the Dire side, moving out as a 5-man rotation yet again, with Arise playing on the Viper, Centaur going to be taken up by Unicorn, or Dumbass as he has tagged up this game, Kix playing on the Invoker, Zizu on the Shadow Demon, and Crit playing on the Leshrac.
Absolutely, and let's see, we have Arman playing here the Earthshaker in the offline chill with the Weaver at the moment. They're like as a couple there, but this is not gonna stay that way. This is gonna be a solo jugger and an aggressive try, like pretty much the way we didn't want to see it. Atze is gonna play the Scarab Mage here so far, just like, yeah, full of wards, even both sets, but oh, we have a 5-man go here on the Juggernaut. And he already
Yeah, and I
used
think the
his
apathy
playthrough.
is screwed. Like, where is he gonna go? He's juking through the trees for all he's worth. Leshrac Split Stun is going to be there to break some trees and also give them some extra vision. He's slowed down slowly but surely. The apathy should fall. Nothing going to save him here, or will it? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Viper gets the first blood. Arise.
But
No big
what
surprises
they
there.
commit for it. Like seriously, okay,
Everything.
Quicks can come back from this easily just with tangos and the right bubbles. But I mean, Arise, he gotta use quite something of the regeneration. Already one share tango used, like just getting the second one. He's gonna start that entire thing. Like, yeah, he even TP'd mid just to not miss his creep block. There was a lot of commitment for that one kill, but sure, why not? You get the first blood, gold, which is of course an advantage. Then again, everything was shared by 5, like also experience-wise, so it's not like they go with level 2 in their laning stage, you know, and now Arise even using the self right after, so all their regeneration, or half their regeneration for the laning stage is already done.
Yeah, I
But
mean...
wait, I wasn't even done with the introduction, was I?
No, you weren't.
Yeah, like
But in
Apathy,
mid-
I think was the last one, and then the mid was Quappa here, but he might also be the one who's dying next.
Yeah, Shadow Demon invised up, looking to set up the Leshrac stun, and I love this aggressive movement coming out from them, but for now, he is playing fairly defensively. He's seeing 2 solo lanes coming out, knowing the supports are missing. He's not going to be playing too aggressively up against this lane anyway, so for now, the Shadow Demon and Leshrac are just going to back off and give you some time to introduce the rest of the players.
No, I just did. I mentioned the Apathy, that he
Oh,
was the one
yeah,
to
yeah.
die, and in the mid, that's where I expect the next go, to be honest. But apparently, the 2 supports, they decided to not go for it, because the Panda, he was feeling it. It was in the wind. There was something wrong. Something was missing. I mean, obviously, he knew what was missing. 2 supports were missing, and yeah, he was holding back all the time. Even now, he is. Even though he knows there are 2 supports, but they still have no idea where the other 2 supports are. So he's really holding back, but Arise is happy. He's 6 and 3, but oh, there's a slow. Second slow coming in, waiting for that Fissure. They want to make it perfect. Yes, now the stun comes when, of course, the slow fades, and the last right click of the Panda is making possible. But at the same time, maybe a go on the Weaver, but for that they need vision, and this is a negative at the moment. No vision, no detection, nothing.
Yeah, they already dropped their 1 sentry back here for dewarding purposes, and they have another one in the enemy jungle. So, none to get vision of this Weaver, and Weaver should be able to get some pretty good experience, although this farm is going to be quite lackluster when these supports are now in lane. But Earthshaker, as well as the Scarlet Mage, potentially going to find Zizu here.
Yeah, I mean, Zizu can stall a lot of time with the defensive disruption here, but let's see. Oh, the Weaver's already coming in, but do they really want it?
He's
He's
slowed.
going for the Lycan. For the Lycan, I see. For the Leshrac. Look at it, with the Swarm. But he's going in the right direction, of course. Oh, with the stun. It is enough.
Yeah, I thought for sure they'd go for the Shadow Demon. He dropped at half when pulling those creeps as well as being slowed, but in the end, they get the Leshrac fairly easily. A nice fissure coming out from the Earthshaker, and well, Goomba's combos coming out from this Scarlet Mage Earthshaker duo have been really on point. In mid, you saw them wait to make sure that none of their CC was stacked at all, ensuring that they get the kill on Rise. Is down in bottom, double edge towards the Apathy. They're just trading hits for now.
Yep, it is. Oh, actually, Centaur not
Mid.
even having. Well, into mid. That was so fast. Arise dying again, and Crit has to be careful. I mean, there's a lot of clarity sticking here all the way, but yeah, Arise going down a second time. That's of course bad news for the Viper, because so far the Viper was so dominant here. But oh, let's see, spin to win here. There's a lot of damage, of course, on Damas, but Apathy cancels the entire thing pretty fast. Actually, a bit too fast in my opinion, but sure, why not? I mean, it's Tranquil Boots versus the Healing Ward after all. So I don't think any one of them has any problem by just going back, regioning up. So it's all about who is getting the right supports in here, in that lane, and make something possible.
And speaking of them, Scarlet Mage and Earthshaker are both making their way down towards the bottom lane, and well, 2-minute pause coming out from Goomba. A little bit unfortunate here, but yeah, I think that is where they're going to go next, and no ward coming out from Team Signals in bottom, or at least one that hasn't been dewarded by the Radiant as they commit 2 sentries down here. So they should be able to potentially get a move on the Centaur if he's not expecting the move.
Yep.
But after seeing the 2 supports in mid, potentially he should just straight up back off.
There's a lot of wards around here, like they were really looking for it. There's another sentry which was looking for the other one, and they're like, I like actually like this sentry ward against the Weaver, so they always see when he comes in that side pole, like when they kill when they kill, I say, when they pull the side cam, they can easily detect the Weaver. But then again, what else? I mean, what could they do possibly against the Weaver at the moment? Because with that solo kill on the Lashrock, he's already level 4, but well, he didn't put a point in anything yet after his level 4. But I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a Chikuchi next level. Or wait, did he go for stats? No, this is This is three branches.
Yeah.
No, Chikuchi is gonna be the next one. He just didn't pick it up. But yeah, either way. By the way, our chat, like, finally, it took them a while, but apparently now all the Romanians made it into the chat. Like the entire first game, like till the point of TCN, they were completely quiet. Nobody was chatting. As soon as TCN had like this sudden like turnaround where they lost the game, suddenly the chat exploded, and now we have a full Romanian chat. So the Romanians, they just say something if things are not going as expected.
The Apathy Sunstrike, going to be off the mark, no double edge, and the one that's going to be in trouble is the Centaur, but Earthshaker isn't there for the fissure. Where is it? There it is, and a beautiful block coming up from the Earthshaker. They should be able to get Dumbass, or will they? With the healing word, they should, and double edge not going to be enough to secure the kill on the Apathy, although some good harass.
Yep, absolutely, and with that healing ward, well, it is a level 1 healing ward, but still, like, the duration is quite high, and he still has 2 tangos left, so easy peasy. The Apathy, he can stay on that lane without any problem. But oh, chill, going for quicks here. Oh, the Swarm actually hitting now, the Gemini attack. He needs one more Gemini attack if he gets it in, but he has... Oh my god, this was not Gemini, but the bug is gonna kill Quicks. I can't even believe it. I mean, the Weaver is paying for it. But Quicks is just getting killed by a damn little cockroach on his eye, but oh, in the mid, Arise.
Oh yeah, and he's going to... No, stun goes on to the Brewmaster, but he gets a double clap onto the high ground on Crit as well, and it looks like Crit is going to get critted by the Brewmaster, and a killing spree for him as well. It's going to be 7-2, the kill score.
Just definitely much better rotations at the moment here. I mean, Dumbass is looking for something, but he got nothing. Maybe on Quappa, but he needs someone else to it, and that was just a slow, and he's getting out of it easily. He got even a sip of bottle here by Arise, just, I don't know, to get him on decent HP, but Arise is level 4. Like, there's nothing they can really do with a level 1 poison attack against the Brewmaster, who even might miss, but oh my god, look at this Sunstrike on the disruption. I think it didn't hit, but it doesn't really matter because they have to follow up at least the Split Earth hit. But did you see that? Did the Sunstrike hit?
I don't think it did.
Yeah, and look at the Sentry Walls. There's also like a little miscommunication coming out. Like both
supports. There is 4 sentries up top.
Yeah, it's not just the amount of sentries, it's just 2 sentries next to each other coming out at the same time. I think that was by, yeah, 2 different supports, just by the model. So, I don't know, there's some miscommunication coming out by TCN. Or maybe I missed something, I don't know.
Get the Weaver. Yeah. So, in bottom, Juggernaut's been able to get a little bit of room as the Centaur is off of the lane. Both have level 6, however. So there's a little bit of killing potential, but especially if we have a rotation down here. For now, it's going to calm down, and the action should be focused up in top as Chill now has support backup after giving up 2 kills.
Yep, Viper now level 6.
And Kicks, he's going to get slowed down, and now the Gemini attacks as well as the bugs are going to come out. He's taking a decent amount of damage. Now with the Arcane Bolt and the Silence, that should be enough to get the kill, and it will. Weaver picks up the last hit, and the supports are nowhere near. The Shadow Demon was way too far back, was walking back to lane, in fact, so... In the end, nothing that they could do. No defensive disruptions to delay that.
Yep, the Quicks and Walker just... I don't know, just doesn't do anything at the moment. And the funny part is, if he had Ghost Walk, or anything of that sort, like, he could have gone away easily. Just by, yeah, Ghost Walking. There's nothing on the other side detection-wise at the moment. Not a single sentry, nothing. So Ghost Walk would have been the way to go, but apparently... I don't know, I didn't see it. He died so fast. I don't know if Invoke was, for example, on cooldown or if he just didn't want to go for it whatsoever. But yeah, it's 8-3, 7 minutes in. A lot of kills happening, a lot of action, and I think also we're going to see the next action top here. There's the slow on Ciso. He still has a disruption, but does he get it through before he dies? Oh, there's a Sunstrike. It's going to hit on Atze, but yeah, there's a defensive disruption here. But I'm afraid maybe Atze is going to pay for it. There is the Stampede being used, but Quicks is not gonna commit to this.
Yeah, and in the end, the Weaver did not have another Shikuchi as he's maxed out the bugs. So
Yeah.
this is a very peculiar build coming out from the Weaver, one that I usually don't see. It's either Shikuchi, which is what I expected, or the Gemini attack is Juggernaut gets a solo kill on bottom. The Omni Slash under tower just shreds him to bits.
Well, I didn't see this one coming, but yeah, that was the first Omni Slash we saw this fight. But I don't know, I don't like this build by the Weaver. Oh, there's a stun, he's being hit, but yeah, it's just some harass here. There's the time lapse being used, easy for him. I mean, the bugs are, of course, quite nice. They even do quite some nice damage, but I don't know if that's really worth it over Chikuchi and over Gemini attack, because we saw when he had that 1-1 trade, his life for quick skill, we saw that just one Gemini attack just a second earlier or so would have done the trick, and he might have gotten out with just a Chikuchi, but he was relying fully on the bug, and therefore he wasn't sure, does the tower finish off the bug, does it not, and well, it's an interesting build, let's see how it goes. I mean, so far we can't really complain. Sometimes he gets the kills without dying, sometimes he trades for it for his own life, but it works out overall. And now the Panda.
Blink dagger on Brewmaster. Yeah, he wants blood, but is he going to find it? He blinks forward, he gets a clap on nobody, and now the disruption. I think they're going to be fine, don't think he's going to split for that one. Yep. But at the very least, zones everybody out of this top lane.
Definitely, like nobody's gonna get in there, and this is also of course bad, because I mean, look at all the wards just put in that lane. They wanted to secure that the Weaver doesn't, you know, develop too fast in that lane. After all, they're just gonna push the tower, or are they? That's the question. I mean, the Brewmaster in the mid, still a Blink Dagger, still the ultimate there. Like, they could of course prevent that, but yeah, top tower, it will be gone before TCN could rotate in here. The Weaver is gonna get it, and this Weaver is gonna have a good time. God damn it. Like, there is, okay, a Wraith Band coming out. That is, the Aquila is done, PT's done. So I wonder what's coming next for the Weaver.
I think it'll be... I have no idea. I think BKB would be solid. As your defensive item, I don't think Lincoln's is the best here. Although, potentially just going for damage and being able to pick off the Shadow Demon and Leshrac time and time again could also be pretty solid. I don't know, we'll have to see. I think I'd lean towards BKB into Desolator, but then again, just getting a straight-up damage item could be nice. Especially with this Viper going for a Midas first.
Yep, like, Arise is going RTZ style. He's like, hey guys, it's so bad for us at the moment. We're 10 minutes in, we're 6 kills behind. We just dropped the first tier 1 tower and couldn't really do anything. If we would just lose the heroes. I might as well just go Midas. There is something else coming, but this is just, yeah, TP scroll and bottle. Oh, let's see. Maybe they go on the Weaver here. There's a disruption, Sunstrike, nice follow up, and does he get it through? No. No time lapse for you, little bug. He died right there. So at least they get something back. This is a very high value kill. It's a level 8 Weaver, and it got them offline. Like, this bug was too long, too successful. This way, they get at least something back.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, for now, the Juggernaut's kind of been pretty quiet, drums as well as phase boots, but down in mid, we have a slow going the way of crit. They don't throw the fissure, however, or throw it earlier, and don't have the Centaur down in bottom. He's looking for the Centaur kill, and yep, they'll be able to get that one. I believe that was your Omni Slash being used.
That was the second Omni Slash. It was still a level 1 Omni Slash, and actually, he used it in the second when he had Stampede up. But it was still, he was following on the tower, and I think he got even that right click through. Right after the Omni Slash, you're able to do another right click, and that one just killed him directly under the tower. But even if the Brewmaster was still there for a blink, just in case, so it was all good. Oh, split off here in the mid, missing, but oh my god, Cizo. Oh, he gets a disruption through, but he's gonna die. Yes, there's the right click, and look at Arise. Like, he's just not tanky enough. With the Midas and the Wraith Band, you can't really do anything. Oh, Damas wanted to come in, but there's the stun. He's gonna pay for it. Chill? Chill? Nope, Chill doesn't make it. And now the Leshrac is gonna pay for his insides there. Oh my goodness, it's... Oh, that's Sunstrike!
Oh!
Nice! Unstoppable streak. That is an unstoppable streak down. I'll lose my tongue on that one.
Yeah, well, Viper bought back to use his Midas pretty much, so not sure what that was about. It didn't really accomplish much except for that. But then again, it only cost him about a net of 150 gold. So, Cold Snap up top, Sunstrike potentially coming out. Not going to be thrown out. I think it might still be on cooldown. His Invoke was on cooldown, so not going to go for it.
Yep, absolutely. We're 12 minutes in. We are still looking at relatively bad trades for TCN, and Goomba making, yeah, more steps forward than I don't know, than TCN would like.
Oh,
But
Blink
in the
and
mid,
hit onto Crit and Rise. The split comes out as well. He's going to be able to stun up the Viper as they kind of just ignore the Leshrac. He'll be brought down eventually, and well, the Viper should be purged down. A little bit delayed there. He will stun him up, or will he? The Centaur ultimate comes out immediately after the Purge goes down. Time-lapse forced out, but the Boulder eventually will connect with the Rise. He joins himself again, but the Blink, Thunderclap, Crit, and that's going to be your dead Viper.
yeah, beautifully played there. You got one more right click in there. Also the Weaver not diving there like a moron, like you see it in pubs, like just going for one Gemini attack on a Rise there, and then using the time-lapse, just not risking it. So, and then the Panda, of course, like beautifully done. The Fire Panda, one last hit, then the ultimate ends, and he just blinks directly on top of him. Nicely predicted, nicely done, well executed. Like, under normal circumstances, this might have been just one kill, because also nice reaction, of course, here by Crit, him running in the other direction. So they tried to split them up, so they have to settle only for one kill. But still, like, they managed to finish Crit really fast while still occupying, like, or stalling time to get the Viper done. Of course, with Cyclone. That's easy to do. Either way, we have to look at the crafts, or actually, we're gonna delay that because Leshrac is dying in the mid, but it's too fast to cast, not even worth to do anything there, because Strike Clicks, Silence, and level 4 Arcane Bolts, Crit has nothing to do against this. He has not a single item but his stick. Oh, there's a Sunstrike, but the apathy, he doesn't care. Healing Ward is there, so, meh. But let's look at the graphs. 13, 14 minutes in now. It's more than 5k, working on the 7.5k here for Goomba, and when we look at the goal, it's already above that. So, oh, Stampede, bottom.
Yeah, they're trying to chase down this Weaver. Has another Shikuchi available and no detection on the ground. They're looking for Chill, but I think Chill's going to be just fine, as in mid. They get a kill on the Viper yet again, and Weaver, he wants more with the Sky with Mage jumping in, as well as the Earthshaker. They'll be able to Shadow Demon on top, and GG called out by Rise. At the end of the day, it just felt like TCN were completely out of it. They went for these two Midases, delaying their impact even further, and they just couldn't fight up against Goomba. I think that's although an odd GG, I think it's warranted.
To be honest, I don't know what to say, because I know these guys for a long time, and I thought this is a good matchup, and I thought they might have a chance, but like, they had such a strong laning stage in the first game, and it just, I don't know, flipped back in their faces once Goomba started to like roam around. But this game, they didn't even have that. This game, Goomba was just always a step ahead. The laning was good, the rotations were good. TCN tried to do, I think, more effectively counter-steer it than compared to last game, but overall it was just not enough. So I don't know what to blame here, to be honest, because I know they can do much better. I know they can do much better. I've seen those guys, like, I don't know, probably 100 times already, but apparently not their day today. Either way, well, I'm not sure, Krennis. This is it, right? On HeflaTV 2, there's not more to come. So yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that's it for HeflaTV 2 today. The next game that we'll be casting
In the night, yeah.
Yeah,
it will
it's
be
at
in the night.
3:30.
Free CET in the night. It is the American division, so yeah. Krennis is gonna cast that later, I think. Either way, for now we are out, guys. Some music, some ads, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Hefla. Coming with me is Krennis. If you want news about HeflaTV, what's going on, what cast is going online, which channel, what language, etc., etc., of course, Twitter and Facebook, Moobot is gonna inform you about that one. If you miss the games you want to share with your friends whatsoever, then just go on our YouTube. Also, Moobot is giving you the link there, or you just go below the stream. All the information is there. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. We're out. We're coming back later. In the meantime, you can go to HeflaTV 1. There is game number 3, He United versus Meteor Maker, where Era is standing for Meteor Maker. It's a very interesting game, so I recommend it. HeflaTV 1. See you there. I'm gonna be in the chat. Bye bye.